full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
32-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Brought down back at the 43.
And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Who is the GOAT?
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And loyal and...
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Who? Oh, no. Just getting the win. Shit. I know I ain't tanking.
Now Burrow on first down. Open man is Uzama.
Come on, man. Y'all got to cover somebody. This joker done used up the whole quarter.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision
the Patriots.
as a defensive
The Patriots.
coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback?
Oh, Lord.
Maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
Oh, for real.
It's a gain of a yard, and
man, who you trying to give up? Beyond Lewis?
There with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. Second
and
goal. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Oh, Lord. It's 35-30?
I think that drive there did more than any conversation.
Where they at?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked.
Not anymore what?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Man, Seahawks defense, boy. God dang.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing on first down is Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun is Minshew. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, Minshew looking to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Shark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
What?
And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
Is the game over?
That was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player,
Oh my
I'd be in
goodness.
practice sessions, and I'd hear
Where they at in the 1?
the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Illegal cut, 5 yards, I think.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own.
But they get an automatic first down.
The Bengals drive about to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Who, New England?
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense.
What yard line they on?
Shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down
Oh,
and pick up the
Lord.
first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Burrow.
Oh, no.
To Jason Witten. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 46 yards.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the Jaguars' 12-yard line.
Second and 6.
Oh, Lord.
Burrow will throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Wait, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Lord, I don't know.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
They scored.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Time. Game over.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good block. Good block, boy. Let's go. Don't you catch me, Ross. Let's dive in. Dance on. Hey, 100 yards, bro. This dude just been running the ball, man. Like,
make plays like that.
Running the ball. Just butt balling it.
It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Bengals 7.
Dang, I'm about to miss a field goal. I got a superstar kicker. That joker moving so slow.
Remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
How?
At their own 25-yard line.
Can you? I didn't know you could. I done tried before and never succeeded.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And he's going to keep it here.
Oh, he got
and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, this one be quick, babe. This will be quick.
At the 27-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and...
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On 1st down, Mixon, and flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Now Minshew. And he locates Laviska Shenault, the rookie from Colorado. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
A gain of a yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Minshew. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Minshew sets to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
And a Jaguar first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the rookie, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown.
Devontae Freeman, as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Bengals 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yo. What? What happened? Yo. What's wrong, man? Jungle. Oh. Well, what happened?
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Watch the twins.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got Green. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Hey.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Gets it off to Freeman. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
A gain of 15.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets.
Oh, I should have lowballed that.
Really locked in on offense.
Should have lowballed
that. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. It'll be Minshew again. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown.
To number 17.
DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 28, Bengals 7.
Man, hey, you know what? Nobody can complain about injuries. You see who 49ers lost today? I mean, it happens, dog. They lost 2 key people.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
Oh, my bad.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
Oh,
Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix it.
That's how you gonna run the
Give him
screen.
6 on the play,
You ain't trying
and
to
that'll
win.
make it 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Defense wins championships, baby. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
From midfield now, Burrow. Green brings it in. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And that's complete. It's Green here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh!
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them a hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked by Jared Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10 at their own 1-yard line.
I know you blitzing me. I already know.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next
Already
drive.
know.
And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Connection made with Chenault. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Yeah, I knew you were
What
blitzing.
I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
To throw again on second down. Minshew. The open man is Westbrook.
Let's go.
Accelerating,
Let's get
and
loose,
off
boy.
he goes.
Let's
Past
get
the
loose.
20.
A slide.
Touchdown.
Shashang.
Jaguars.
Touchdown. Let's dance on him.
D.D.
Dance on him.
Westbrook, 91
Handstand. That ain't no
yards.
dance.
And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Hey, so that trade in there, that's the fantasy league?
The Cincy
Huh? Oh,
offense
another
about
league?
ready to go here on their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, Burrow.
Oh,
He's got his man.
I got to keep coming over. I had that pick.
All the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First target, first catch, and a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now Burrow to throw on second down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, 78 yards. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's a start. Hey. What?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. It's Mixon on the counter. And he went backwards.
Good tackle,
He'll
boy.
be down at the 30.
I wonder where Miles Jack at.
And things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage.
And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
First and goal, Jacksonville.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. 2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. He'll get it up the middle, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jaguars, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be...
Hey, Bo. Yeah. I'm about to get off. I'll let you tomorrow. All right.